Okay, so again, welcome to everybody, and thank you for taking some time to be here with us today. Let me introduce myself. My name is Pietro Grottoli, and I'm the sales manager here in LAUMAS. And today I'm going to be the announcer of this event. As you probably know, we are LAUMAS Elettronica, an Italian producer of load cells, weight indicators, and weight transmitters since about 40 years ago. We have started exporting our products to the North America and to the United States many years ago, but we mainly did it for OEM manufacturers. So that's one of the main reasons why our brand is not very well known yet in the US market, but we are here to try to improve it. And for these reasons, in the last years, we have invested time, money, and resources in the promotion of our brand in your territories. But at the same time, we quickly understood it was not enough to satisfy the growth that we were expecting. The feedback was that a lot of companies appreciated our products, but were also a little bit worried, let's say, because of possible delays with the delivery times, because of shipping charges, because of the different time zones, and especially because of the lack of a local technical support. So we thought that to grow and to offer a good service, quick deliveries, and technical assistance in time, we had to open a branch and a warehouse in the United States. But at the same time, to do that, we also had to find the right partner. And honestly, it was the hardest part. So luckily, we met Joe. We met Mr. Joe Hans some years ago when he was working for an important US load cell, for an important US producer of load cells and electronics. We immediately had a good relation with him. And after some time, he left that company, opening his own activity in the weighing sector, and he started selling our products. For this reason, we proposed him to cooperate with us for our US project, and we started officially this project more than 1 year ago. Since that time, Joe represents LAUMAS US. We put a lot of products, a lot of material on stock in the US to offer faster delivery times. And we realized a brand new website dedicated to the North American market. And Joe, with his skills and his staff, takes care of technical support, both pre and after sale. We also had to be more attractive for the US market. For this reason, we invested other time and energies in order to apply the NTEP approval for several load cells models and for several weight indicators. We started with this project about 1.5 years ago, and then we completed officially in September. So now we have our stock, we have our technical assistance on site, we have our partner, and we have all that we were looking for to start a real growth and a real business activity in the US. But sorry, probably I'm speaking too much. So it's better that I give the stage to Massimo for a couple of seconds. Massimo is the owner of our company, of LAUMAS, is our CEO. He has to tell you something, and then we will give the stage to Joe for the presentation.
Okay. Hello, everybody. Thank you, Pietro, for your introduction. I'm glad to be attending today's webinar, which will be led by our partner in US, Mr. Johans. The great collaboration we have achieved with Joe in the recent years has allowed us to raise our brand awareness in the North America. We have a new project which foresees significant investments in the near future. We believe this will allow us to increase LAUMAS brand awareness even more in Canada and in US. I now give the floor to Johannes, who will introduce our new project, LAUMAS US. Thank you, Joe.
All right. All right. Good morning. Thank you, Pietro and Massimo, for the introduction. Again, my name is Joe Hantz, and I'm the area manager for LAUMAS U.S. Our team manages the LAUMAS North American sales region. Today, we would like to present the advantages of working with the LAUMAS U.S. team and discuss our goals as an organization. I'll also be giving a brief description of our team's expertise. There will be a short overview of some of the most popular products we're offering. Some of the products you may recognize, as we've had several companies private labeling our electronics for many years here in the US. We won't dive too deep into product range. We'll save that for a later date. For those of you that are not familiar with the history of LAUMAS, we'll begin with a brief timeline of the company's milestones. LAUMAS was founded in 1984 in a small workshop in Parma, Italy. Since then, the company has moved multiple times to accommodate the growing needs of the business. In 2002, the business was moved to its current location just a few miles from Parma. The benefits of the investments made in previous years in R&D arrived in 2012. LAUMAS completely renewed its range of products, introducing to the market new lines of very innovative and completely made in Italy weighing indicators and transmitters that were made immediately a huge success. In 2018, the largest expansion to date was completed. This expansion doubled the size of the facility and includes more warehouse space as well as a metrology lab. The most recent news and the purpose of the webinar is that in 2020, LAUMAS made their physical presence in North America by creating LAUMAS U.S. The major investment in the North American market allows LAUMAS to provide timely products and services that were not possible in the past. This massive endeavor shows their commitment to the LAUMAS customers in the US and Canada. Before I get into my qualifications, I would like to take a minute and thank the entire LAUMAS team for choosing me and my team to represent them in North America. I was and am still honored to be selected for this role. The reason that I was chosen to lead this new venture for LAUMAS in North America by Massimo and his team is my background in our field. With over 20 years of experience in the industrial weighing sector, which involved working with people in almost every industry imaginable. I have the skills to lead our team in North America. Some of my expertise includes vessel weighing, batching systems, crane weighing, and overload protection. I also have a lot of experience in force measurement applications. I first became familiar with LAUMAS and their products in 2016. By this time in my career, I had spent decades working with other vendors. After testing the LAUMAS products myself and receiving excellent support from Pietro and the technical support team, I knew that I had finally found a quality company to work with. Over the years, I have consistently received positive feedback from my customers using LAUMAS products. To me, this shows that we now have all the pieces to provide the best weighing equipment and the support to back it up. Because of the many years that I've worked with LAUMAS's products, I'm able to solve most of the technical questions that our customers have. For those situations that I don't have the answer, I always have the team in Italy to provide assistance. The questions that I do have to send to them are answered promptly. We have carefully selected our North American staff with strengths in various fields. The team we've assembled in the U.S. have a vast background in sales and support. Here in Pennsylvania, we can assemble pre-configured tank weighing and batching systems. Our staff performs theoretical calibrations on these systems when requested. This allows for a faster and easier setup for the system by the installer on site. We assist OEM customers with custom load cells and electronics to suit their needs. We also offer in-house PLC and HMI programming for small automation projects. The goal we have set for ourselves here in the U.S. is to make connections with partnerships with scale manufacturers and dealers, machine builders, and automation companies. For the benefit of our North American customers, LAUMAS now has a large number of their products stocked in our U.S. facility. We have thousands of items in inventory stored in our warehouse located in Pennsylvania, and these items are replenished regularly. Having the more popular products in stock benefits our customers by shortening the lead time for delivery. In most cases, we can offer the same day shipping for these in-stock items. Another advantage for our customers is found on the LAUMAS U.S. website. Here we will find the list prices for the most popular items sold in the U.S., and these prices are in U.S. dollars. We do offer significant discounts for resellers and OEMs. We encourage you to contact us to learn more about our discount structure. On the LAUMAS U.S. website, you'll find these products broken down into the following categories. We have load cells and mounts, indicators and weight transmitters, crane and platform scales, intrinsically safe weighing products, various accessories, and software to complete your scale system. Our customers can access product manuals and are able to download my favorite tool, the free Instrument Manager software. We'll talk more about this later in the presentation. As part of the LAUMAS investment in the U.S. market, we have achieved NTEP certification for many of our products. Although 95% of the applications we deal with do not require the certification, we believe this is a symbol of quality, and as these products have passed intensive third-party testing. We have many other legal for trade certifications for various countries and regions. We have also acquired several approvals for our products installed in hazardous areas. For the following products shown in the next few slides, we have just recently acquired the 3A sanitary standards approval needed for many food and pharmaceutical installations. Often we are asked for products that meet the 3A requirements. Now we are able to satisfy that market. For example, the unique design of the FLC3A load cell is not limited to use in the food industry. The price point makes it a good fit for any application, even when 3A is not required. It is easily installed on new and existing tanks, hoppers, and even conveyors. We also have 3A approved versions of the popular LCB load cell digitizer, the Winox L indicator, and the TLM8 load cell transmitter. We offer a full line of load cells and their dedicated mounts. Load cell capacities from 250 grams to 2 million pounds. There are standard products to satisfy most weighing requirements. For those unique applications, we can design and manufacture custom load cells such as load pins, submersible tension links, and through-hole load cells. Now let's look at the weighing electronics that LAUMAS offers. This, in my opinion, is where LAUMAS stands out from the competition. We offer a wide range of products from load cell amplifiers and digital transmitters, along with a complete line of weight indicators. There are single channel and multi-channel transmitters with 4 or 8 load cell inputs, which eliminates the need for a junction box. Many of the indicators have multiple program options, such as basic weighing for simple weighing functions. For more complex weighing situations, there are modes for load, unload, and 3, 6, or 14 ingredient batching programs. In this slide, you'll see the many output options we have for customers to establish communications between their equipment and their facilities, such as PLCs and SCADA systems. Our customers seem to prefer digital communications instead of analog signals in the past few years. We, of course, still offer analog outputs, but the field bus communications such as Ethernet IP, Modbus TCP, Profinet IO, and IO Link are becoming more popular. Not only do we offer load cells, mounts, and the associated electronics to build your application-specific weighing system, we also offer ready-to-use scales. As you can see in this slide, we have crane and platform scales, as well as carrying floor, barrel scales, and even load bars. We keep many of the most popular models in stock. Now I'd like to take a little time introducing you to a few of the products that we offer that are my personal favorites. Creating a small list of favorites to highlight was difficult, but the items that I'm going to go over with you seem to be some of the most popular. Excuse me. Let's begin with my favorite tool, the Instrument Manager software. This program is provided for free and allows setup and calibration of many of our weighing indicators and transmitters. You can also perform firmware updates to the instruments and even save the configuration calibration file for later use. This feature is useful if a unit fails for some reason. It gives the user the ability to upload the saved file to new instrument and continue on without the need for recalibrating the scale. Next is a couple of load cells and mounting assemblies that we saw a lot of. The first is the V10275 mount used with the CBL compression load cells. The key selling point and why I prefer these mounts is the ease of installation of the load cell after the mount is already in place. The jacking bolts allow easy load cell replacement if needed. Compared to the commonly used mounts for double-ended beam load cells that are difficult to replace the cell, the V10275 is much more user-friendly. This is the mount assembly I choose for medium and high capacity tank weighing systems. Next is the TFC GP using the FCOL bellow beam load cell. The load cell is designed for washdown areas. The mount is stainless steel with rubber isolation for the top plate. This compensates for slight misalignment issues and helps with reducing the effects of vibration on the weight reading. I choose the TFC GP for small to medium vessel weighing and when weighing a small conveyor section is needed. This brings us to the W Light weight indicator. Used for basic weighing applications, its low cost is ideal for bench and floor scales. This model can be run on batteries or AC power. This feature is what makes the W Light so popular. Here is the Winox 2G Advanced Weight Display. The large LCD graphical display gives the operator important details about the weighing operation. Available programs for filling and dispensing to a set point, and for multi-ingredient batch weighing, we have versions for 3, 6, or 14 ingredient processes. Now we're on to a couple of the most used load cell transmitters. The single channel TLB is probably our best seller, and is also one of the most private label products we manufacture. It's very cost effective, making the TLB popular with OEM and system integrators when a PLC interface is required. Next is the TLM8. It is an 8-channel weight transmitter, having all the same features as a TLB and then some. Analog output is standard feature along with RS-45. The test button on the front panel is my favorite feature of this model. This allows quick access for a technician to see the individual load cell's outputs. To give you an example, this information is extremely useful when installing a tank on load cells to see if the load is evenly distributed, as well as verifying the load cell's integrity while in use. Here we have the CLM8 digital load cell junction box. This is one of the items that originally piqued my interest in the LAUMAS products. The CLM8 caught my attention because of its ability to solve many difficulties that can be present when using large capacity load cells. This junction box allows the installer to input the individual load cell's millivolt per volt values to perform a theoretical equalization. This is especially useful when it is not possible to perform corner adjustments using test weights. The CLM8 outputs serial communications not affected by longer distance home run cable lengths. When connected to one of the W series indicators, full functionality of the attached instrument is maintained. Lastly, I'd like to highlight the LCB load cell digitizer and why they're a great solution for OEMs and system integrators. The transmitter is used in situations where the PLC is located far from the load cell, allowing them to send the digital signal over long distances instead of the analog load cell signal. The rugged stainless steel enclosure with industry standard M12 connectors for field bus communications and the I/O. You can see in the slide the wide range of field bus options available for the LCB. It also can be mounted directly to a load cell or by wired connection through a cable gland. The LCB is set up and calibrated using free intuitive software. I find many machine builders prefer this transmitter because of their compact size and disconnects. And before we wrap this up, we'd like to remind everyone that we are seeking partnerships with companies that can help their local customers with installations, calibrations, and other value-added services. Our discounts are very competitive in the U.S. market, and again, we invite you to reach out to us to discuss this opportunity. We'd like to thank everyone for taking time out of your busy day to attend our webinar. This concludes our presentation. We will now be answering any questions that you might have.
Okay, Joe, thank you very much for the introduction about LAUMAS U.S., about who we are, what we do. So let's see if some questions arise from the participants.
Okay.
So if someone has any question, just feel free to ask and we'll try to answer you online. We have a question. Have you experienced significantly supply chain issues this year? Yes, we do. We do because there is a lack of semiconductors worldwide. I think everybody working in the electronical sector knows it. This lack of semiconductors made us a little bit crazy. It was hard. It was a challenge. Yes, certainly the 2021 was a challenge about that. But luckily, we have a huge stock. We have a huge stock here in Italy and even in the United States. And this stock and the investment that we do in keeping material ready on delivery supported us during the month when we could not receive the components to produce the electronics because our suppliers were on delay. Same for the problems with the stainless steel. I think we are, and even with alloy steel, I think everybody all over the world is facing the same problems. So difficulty to find materials and prices always raising. But again, these are challenges, and we are here, and every day we work hard to don't show to our customers that there are such problems, because we try to anticipate it, let's say. Another question, Joe, is can you say which companies have private labeled your equipment?
Okay, so a lot of the electronics have been private labeled by Rice Lake Weighing, and there's several others, but Rice Lake is probably the largest.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Then another question, what is your standard product warranty, especially on load cells?
Okay, I believe it's a one year warranty on workmanship and materials. Is that correct, Pietro?
Yeah, basically it is 2 years.
2 years. I'm sorry.
So
Yep.
yes, we grant a standard. Yes, because you rarely have problems of warranty with with our load cells. So maybe you couldn't remember it, but yes,
Yeah.
it is 24 months. It covers defective parts, but generally, based on our experience, if a load cell fails almost immediately. So it's quite silly. A load cell is a stupid device, so it works or it doesn't. So if it stops working after 1 year, probably something wrong happened on the site. But anyway, it is 24 months. We have another question. Is there software tools to check the equipment status or do more configuration, such as changing IP address?
Okay, check equipment status. So the instrument manager software allows you to configure. You can also do the calibrations and so on from that software. For changing the IP address, I believe that is only done through the front panel keyboards on the transmitters and indicators.
Yeah, correct. Confirmed.
Okay. Yeah.
We have another message. So on your second and third slide, Joe, you stated the load cells have a theoretical calibration. Do you offer finite traceable calibrations, or do you leave that to the field calibrators?
Okay, so the theoretical calibrations, I'm assuming, let's say it's for a tank weighing system. The LAUMAS instruments allow us to do a theoretical calibration. So we put in the full scale capacity, the output of the load cells, the individual load cells. Let's say it's 4 load cells. You put the millivolt per volt in the equalization parameter for 1 through 4 load cells. And that way you do not need to do corner adjustments. It's done for you. But we always recommend that once the installation is complete, that it is verified with some sort of known weights, because of any mechanical issues, binding, things like that could cause errors.
Yeah, I have the same feeling. So Joe does the theoretic calibration, can do some adjustments based on the theoretic values of the load cells. But to obtain a really correct weight value, it's always better performing a real calibration on site with test weights or pre-weighed material, because this is the only way to check the mechanical structure of your system, to understand if something is wrong about frictions or vibrations or stuff like that. So yeah, always better doing the real calibration on site, absolutely.
That's right.
We have one more question. Do you have plans to operate in Latin American countries? Okay, I can answer to this question. Well, from LAUMAS US, we can take care of the Latin American market. It basically depends on the customers. So if you are located in Latin America and you are looking for products, for LAUMAS products quickly, contacting Joe is probably the easiest and fastest way to get the product. At the same time, we, as LAUMAS, we have a net of distributors in many countries. So starting from Mexico down to Peru, Chile, Argentina, and so on. So we have a quite structured net of companies working and distributing our products for us. But sure, you can refer from the South America to LAUMAS US too, because sometimes it's easier for the duties, for the shipments, and so on. Let me check, Joe. There are some more questions.
Okay.
You mentioned that you are looking for partners in other states for the US for support purposes. Are you actively deploying products and solutions into various locations directly through engineer firms and or through other OEMs?
Okay. I would think the majority, 90% of our sales are through resellers, system integrators, scale dealers, OEMs. We do sell some to end users, but we prefer to refer them to someone local that can handle the support, calibrations, field service, things like that.
Then we have one question more. What is the highest kg rating for your NTEP approved load cells?
That's a good question. I think I'll refer to Pietro for that. I don't know the answer.
Don't worry. Yes, at the moment we have load cells. We have a share beam that goes up to, I think, 5,000 kgs. Or even 10,000. I should check at the certificate, because you know there are ranges step by step included in the certification. Certainly up to 5 tons. But our investment in terms of NTEP certifications is not stopped. So if we will see that the market demands load cells for higher capacities, we will do that. We started with single points and with S-type load cells and with share beams, because usually are the most popular and cover the main part of the installations. But of course, I don't know if you use column load cells for track scales or double share beams. With the passing of the time, we can think about it. We have one more question, Joe.
Okay.
How do you see your products fitting into industrial Internet of Things?
Well, with LAUMAS, they have a few of the slides showed all the field bus communication options we have that communicate with your PLCs, your SCADA systems, things like that. I believe we probably have one of the largest ranges of different field bus communications in the industry. I'm not sure if that answers the question or.
Okay, Joe, yeah, and moreover, yes, this is a news, so it's something that is not ready yet. It should be ready by the end of the year. We are cooperating with a company here in Europe, and we are developing an application to connect our products to the cloud. So starting from the next year, we will be able to offer some solutions to store and achieve data using gateways and yes, and IoT systems, and basically based on the cloud. But it's something that is coming. It's coming. It's not so far, but it will be an added value more than options described by Joe. So using the field bus for the communication to the PLC or the SCADA to do all the rest. Another question, do you manufacture weight controllers for continuous feeding applications? Okay, Joe, if you want, I can answer to this question.
If you would, please. That one I'm not sure about.
Yeah. Okay, because yeah, it's a little bit a strange thing, because we manufacture it, of course, we do it, but we do not sell it directly. We have a sister company here in Italy that is specialized in continuous weighing systems. They are experts about it. They do the conveyors. They can do the assembling of the conveyor belt. They realize the rollers with load cells to weigh parts of the conveyors and so on. They are specialists, and so we preferred to give our electronics just to a specialized and qualified company, because there is a lot of technical assistance to be done for continuous weighing systems. And if you are not an expert in the field, it's easy to have problems and bad expectations. So we have it. The answer is yes, but this is handled by a specialized company. And if you need the contact details of them, we can put them in contact with you, and then you can refer to Joe for the commercial side of the business. But for the technical assistance, we prefer they take care of that. We have another question. Hi, gents. What are your grounding requirements, address voltage surges and lightnings? Well, there are some nice videos on our website. Please take a look at that. There we describe how to realize such installations. So how to take care of grounding, how to realize a good grounding system, how to limit the damages given by lightning and stuff like that. So please take a look at that, because there are many simple videos showing how to install a weighing system, how to take care of voltages of the electrical connections, and so on. They are very quick and simple and easy to be understood. Okay, Joe, it seems there are no more questions.
Okay.
So I give you the floor to say hi, and thanks to the people attending this webinar.
Sure. Yeah, I do appreciate everyone's time today. I know everyone's busy, and I'm looking forward to building relationships with new scale dealers, OEMs, system integrators. I think we have a lot to offer, and it's always worth a conversation. So feel free to reach out to me, and we'll be happy to see what we can do to help.
Okay, great. Thank you, Joe. Thanks to all of you from LAUMAS Italy too, from my side. And yes, last but not least, as you can see in the slide, if you have questions, you can refer to Joe. So you have his email. You can see the website. So for any question, refer to him or to LAUMAS Italy, but we are always connected. So we will do our best to support you. That's all. So thank you again, and I hope to see you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. See you later. Bye.
Good day.